We're now going to practice attaching one of these brackets to the handrail. I'm going to take you through a little bit of my thought process here. I'm going to use these 1 1/8 inch screws versus 1 5/8. I really wish I had 1 1/4, but I don't have them on hand in fine thread. So what we see is that the amount above here is the amount that's actually going to bite into the rail to go down through here, like so. And I think that should be enough because there's going to be 4 of them at each support. And in order to drill them, I'm going to use this bit, which I put this depth stop on. So what I did was I just drilled this hole with this bit into a little square piece of wood. Then I brought it over to the grinder, and I just ground it down until it was appropriately sized. But you might ask, how are we going to make sure they're centered? Well, what I have here is a so-called self-centering drill bit. See, it's kind of cone-shaped there on the end, and this part can recess in. Now this bit is a little bigger than I want, so I'm just going to use it to start the hole. Actually, I did think ahead on these a little bit. Most of these stair braces have the holes or the rails holes right here, but since we have this channel, we have to be able to straddle that. So I'm just going to center this here. I'm going to start, maybe I should clamp it, I don't know. I'm going to start. Okay. So we got a little start. Oh, to hold this thing, I just put a couple of clamps, one on each end. Then I'll take my drill here with the stop on it. Since this is walnut, it's pretty hard. Just stop and pull it out and clear the chips once in a while. So we don't want to just burn our way through or break our bit. Now we'll take our driver, and then we will just go ahead and set this thing right up on there. And see, it doesn't matter which way I put it on this. There we go, nice and snug. I think I'm actually going to move it over just a teeny weeny bit and do it about there actually. On the rail, I'll probably, I might just start it this way once I have the initial ones where I want them. Is this? Seems to work pretty well. Yeah, just a little side note, I like to put my screws in a transparent bucket. And I just tear off the piece of the box that says what they're all about. Stick that in there, or if I can't salvage that, just put a piece of cardboard that I write on in there, 6 by 1 5/8. Fine thread. And let's making sure there's no chips in between under there. We'll snug them a bit and then we'll tighten them after we have them all in. You guys all know that though, right? For all you hicks in training out there. And there we go. I think we're going to be just fine. And of course at the end when it's all snug, you'll tighten that up with the hex key wrench supplied. I think we're good to go. All right, the time has come to install this rail, beautiful rail. A little on the tricky side because it's like double extra super long. Oh, okay. So yeah, just maybe set that. Can you do it? Oh, clever. She's clever. Okay. She's going to go down there, grab that. First thing we're going to set it on the supports. Flip it over, of course. Okay, can you flip at the same time? Okay. Good. Now, I don't suppose you can, right about there. Okay, can you clamp that? Well, I can kind of hold this end if you can grab a clamp, which are a little ways up the stairs here. And that doesn't have to be its final resting place, so we just don't want it falling off. Okay, good. Now we're going to take this air wrench, because it's easy to get it turning. And if you look down in there, you'll see the bolt head. Maybe.
Sort of.
Okay. I'm going to put this on the bolt head. There we go. And I'm just going to go turn the air on. Try again. Now this sounds pretty ferocious, but it actually turns quite slowly. Now you don't want to over tighten, because there we go. If you put more tension on it, I mean, there's only so much tension you can put before it pulls out. So if you put a lot of preload on it, then only a little tension will pull the thing out. You don't want that. Here's the upper one. Then I have some other wrenches there I'll eventually use to do the final tighten on the thing. And I got to reach this down in here through this hole. Okay, let's see. However, something I didn't quite think about was that since I tightened the other one pretty much all the way in, I can't get the wrench on this one. Oh no.
Guess it's going to be a manual job.
Well, we'll have to do some of it by hand, and I got a little 1/4-inch driver for that. I should set it to put together rather than its default to take apart here. Oh, we're getting 1 or 2 ticks at a time. We have time, right? You guys got nothing to do but watch us be inefficient. I have a whole bunch of other wrenches there as well that I'll probably use for the final tighten. Some of them these are what are called tubing wrenches here. Auto mechanics call them line wrenches for brake lines and such. Technically, tubing wrenches got a ways to go before it. If I'd have been smart, we'd have started this one while we could still pull this out a ways. I'm hoping I don't drop this thing down in there. The post comes up to about here or so inside of the one that's anchored into the joists and such below. Well, do you think we're ready? I think we're good. Let's try it. Stop there. Okay. Now, like I say, I'll snug that up manually, but it feels pretty good already. Don't know how much more snugging we're gonna actually want to do. So now, for our next trick, I need to pull these out. Yeah, just like so. Maybe I'll clamp them and screw them, like I showed you before. We did that sample out there in the garage. We'll need some more clamps. Fortunately, we have buckets full of clamps. Let's see if we go here, how will that do with that one? So maybe we'll do that one first, because we seem to need that bit of correction there. So yeah, let's do this one first. I'll clamp it this way so that we're out of the way of the, kind of center it here. There we go. I'm just going to drill them. I'm not going to use this fancy self-centering bit. Didn't work out quite as well as I'd hoped, so we'll just check and make sure we're nicely centered here. There we go. This one. Okay. Some screws here. Kind of like to just dump a few screws into the cap of whatever bucket we're using. 1 1/8 number 6 fine thread. You want to use fine thread screws in hardwood, coarse thread screws in softwoods. What do you guys think? Let's go down here and do this one before we finish that one. We got to pull it out a little bit, it appears, so not too much tension. Can you pull out on this rail a little bit? Yeah, just kind of pull out a little bit. Yeah, whoa, right there. Hold it, right there. You're doing great. Okay, hold it right there. Hold it right there. Don't touch that dial.
Oh, that's good.
Move on down. We'll just do 2 each. How about that? Hey, can you push in on the rail there, camera woman? Whoa, that's too much. Wow. Okay, in a little bit. Doesn't know her own strength. She's a better man than most. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna have to go in a little bit. Hold it right there. Perfect. There we go. You have to back it out to break the chip, because otherwise it won't. Just clogs and can't keep going. Clogs up the flutes. Yeah, great stuff. Whoops. That's how it works. If I was smart, I might have used a bit of an extension on this. Oh my goodness sakes. That feels about right.
You add the other screws, it'll be a little stiffer.
Yep. So I think we'll call that good for the moment. I'm going to go and put these other screws in. Oh, wait, come on up here. We'll do one last thing. This is our long drill bit for drilling up through here for putting the wire in, up and through. As you recall, we drilled it through from the other side before, and I'm going to drill it back from this side up through the post. Pull this wire off to the side here so we don't accidentally hit that. There you go. That'll be fun to see that. Okay. And that is how you drill your hole. And then we'll thread the wire in there. I'm not going to show you exactly how I do that. So that'll be something for you electrical geniuses to talk to your electrical genius friends for best ways to connect that up. So I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of these screws in here, button this together, put a box in there, make it all OSHA and everybody else approved. I don't know. Does OSHA have, I don't know.
What's the?
NECA?
No,
Yeah.
electrical code.
Yeah, NECA. National Electrical Code, something or other.
Something.
Yeah. Anyway, super good. That's what we're going to do. Okay, well, it's been a long road, but we're ready to put our cap back on. This is the design she picked. I made like 6 of them out of pine. So we're going to set that in place, plop it down. We have our little trim head screws here. It's a little square drive, interesting. So I'm going to start them with this. Make sure that's all the way down. I guess that's okay. I'll just stop right there. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Stop right there. There we are, secure. All right. I was gonna finish them off by hand, but I think we're okay. All right, do you want to do the honors of switching the switch and seeing if it works?
You did it.
Well, okay. So look over there. They've seen me before. Ready? Okay, do a countdown or drum roll or something. What? There we go. Think that lights up the stairs enough? Wow. Okay, well, all right. Well, that's what the Hicks have been doing today. Get out there and grab your own cool stuff.